Sorry, I know it just started, but I'm dying. That's so funny. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. Man, it's what, 73? Episode 73. This is exciting. I always get super excited when we have Chris on from the Fire Sprinkler podcast. It's a blast. So normally our show is like an hour, but we talk and the hour flies by with Chris, and we're usually talking for another hour after the show, just hanging out, talking sprinkler, talking fire protection. And just so if you don't know, it's free to come on here. You just let us know on any of our platforms. Say, hey, I want to come on the Dope and Tape Show. I got something I want to say. I want to tell my story. Any of that free. We have some spots available for sponsorships. So you can, for sponsorships, you can contact me and I will handle that communication. And other than that, we got Chris on. Welcome, Chris.
Hi guys.
Is that a new shirt?
No, this is an old shirt. This is the Canadian Sprinkler Fitter shirt available at firesprinklerpodcast.com if you were interested. I also have American Sprinkler Fitter t-shirts.
Dude, studio looks sick.
Yeah, so this is all new. So this is I started at my kitchen table and recorded the audio in my walk-in closet, and then I moved to my moved to my basement, then to the garage. Then we moved houses and I went into the basement again, and now I'm back out in the garage.
Let's go.
It's hot out here, but it's going to be better. I can do more tool demonstrations and stuff like that because the garage is bigger, and I can spill water out here without my wife getting mad for not cleaning up. And this is it looks just really plain right now, but there's a lot of really cool shit behind the scenes.
Yeah, we've seen a couple snippets you sent us. Looks great. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining.
Both of our little corners are very hot. Like I'm in the sunroom and there's no air conditioning here. I call it the crock pot because you'll just cook.
Yeah.
You'll just cook. I usually take a shower.
You look warm.
Yeah, bro.
I run the air conditioner for like an hour before the show, but I got to shut it off when we go because you can hear it hum on the live.
Okay, I got you. Hey, it was Chris. I just want to say it was awesome and kind of surreal to meet the GOAT of the Fire Sprinkler podcast. That was so cool, man. And you had, dude, your gear. We had cell phones.
Yeah,
and your gear was like,
bro's got gear.
I mean, I was.
Yeah, I picked up some newer stuff too. Like I had picked up another camera because I was kind of the whole switching from like recording podcast to shooting footage of the actual event was driving me nuts. So I bought another camera, which is super fun. And I also, like you guys say, couldn't do it without the sponsorship and the support of the sprinkler industry. Because if nobody listened to me, the sponsors wouldn't pick up. And it's a time thing for you guys. You guys are doing awesome things, and
thank you.
It's just a time thing, man. Yeah, like I've got a lot of time and money and resources invested in what I think is a fairly mediocre fire protection show.
No,
I think we all kind of feel that.
Dude, your show's great.
Our biggest critic when it comes to that. We just want to be better, and we're like, how can we be better? And sometimes, like after the show, we're like, man, that sucked. But then everybody's like, oh, it was great. But we're just like our biggest critic on here because we want to do such a good time, good job. And I think this comes down to like our passion. We just feel so passionate about what we're doing here for the industry, and we just overthink it,
I feel like we're a little bit more prepared now for AFSA after seeing NFPA and like walking around and just like,
that was a lot.
The first trade show is a lot, right? Like when I first went to my first fire protection trade show, it was a lot to take in. Like I brought everything. My first trade show was, I think I did an NFSA show in 2019, but I did an NFPA show. I just went, but I didn't really record anything there. So that made it pretty, it's a lot to take in. You don't know what to bring. You don't want to forget something. You don't want to not
everything.
have something
we both have
there,
book
right?
bags.
Dude, that's so much.
Everything.
It's so much stuff. Oh man, we're carrying it around, but like we're experiencing it, and it's like Disneyland for a sprinkler fitter. But you're also trying to record it and produce good content, and then meet you there. Yeah, it's great. Can't wait to go to AFSA. That's like 4 weeks away now, huh?
Dude, I'm pumped.
It's closed. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
I still got to get all my flights and stuff lined up.
It's gonna
Dude,
be
me too. I haven't done it. We're done it, and
Yeah.
we're thinking. So, let me ask you your opinion. So, we're
Okay.
debating on getting a rental car versus a just Ubering everywhere. We got a condo. It's pretty close. What do you think?
Are you guys tourists? Like, are you guys going to go to Disney and stuff?
No,
no.
bro, we're gonna
We're
work.
working.
It's
Just
just
Uber it.
straight.
Just
But
Uber it.
we're
Yeah.
yeah, we're like 10, 15 minutes from venue at the condo we're at.
Hmm.
So
We're gonna be recording,
and we're gonna be going
uploading.
back and
It's
forth,
yeah.
right? Well, I mean, you're coming with us, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. My family's not coming anymore. They've
Oh, okay.
they pulled the
Awesome.
Oh,
trigger.
sweet. You're
So,
gonna stay with us? Sick.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
baby.
a
Oh, we're
party
gonna
now.
record so much
Party.
stuff.
Dude, we're gonna have so much shit.
Chad, he's coming from California and he's gonna help us with filming and stuff, get like some candid
Cool.
pictures and video. So he's gonna be with us. It's gonna be 4 dudes, I guess 5 dudes in a condo, and it's gonna be awesome.
No, it'd be 4 of us.
Yeah, man.
No,
4.
so
1, 2, 3, 4. I got you, bro.
Is there somebody else that I'm missing here? Aren't
who's
you an
not
estimating?
coming?
No, Brian's not using his hands.
Oh, geez,
Yeah.
I'm not thinking. Yeah,
Huh?
Aren't you an estimating?
Get your
Aren't you
fingers
like an
out.
estimator?
I
man?
am.
Yeah, well, he's
Yeah,
adding
but
one. He's
software
adding
tells
one.
me-
That's his problem. He's fucking adding one, just like a real salesman would do, you bastard.
Add one, baby.
How many guys
You
were
can
on
always,
site today?
you can always
5.
charge a bit
Oh,
more
it's
head.
like
It's
five.
extra,
Fucking
it's
us.
extra 2 hours in labor.
It'd be 5 dudes, and like Chris and I are both like, wait, you bringing someone, bro?
Yeah, math's hard.
Yo,
Okay.
what up,
So-
everybody? Tommy, Wayne, Amy, Chad,
sales
Florencio,
tip.
Pauls,
Quick
Eric,
sales tip,
Bradley.
guys.
Thank you for joining. Hit the like button.
Quick sales tip while we're on the
Yeah.
pick on Brian.
Always add one.
All right, so
While we're-
if you're at a property and they have lapsed inspections and they're like, I don't know and everything, you need to remind them about what they're responsible for, and then also the repercussions of not handling that, not on the building but also personally. So their liabilities. But also a phrase that I like to say a lot is remember, this is life safety. This isn't some dirty pool. Like, you got to take care of this.
Yeah,
like
pay
that.
me
And at
now.
that
Pay me
point-
now or pay me later is what I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that like clicks in their head, like, oh yeah, it's not just some maintenance thing. Like, this is
That's
life
right.
safety. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to be
So-
uncomfortable. Your toilets aren't going to flush. Like when you
Right,
need
right.
to use this, you want it to work. It better
Absolutely.
work.
Because loss and Lord forbid, of course, but loss of life, and then you have a lapse of inspections or deficiencies still stuck. Insurance is gonna rip that apart, and you will be responsible at some point, financially.
Yeah,
Or
not even
more.
talking about that. Like not even just from an inspection point of view. Like I don't know how wide of a range you have for viewership here, but when you're designing, when you're inspecting, when you're installing all of these things, like one of the first things I do when we do, because I've had I believe 3 buildings that I designed and our company has installed. 3 that I've either had a hand in installing or designed it myself. I've had 3 fires in buildings that were sprinkled by us. First thing you do is you call the guys up, every single one of them that was on site, even if they weren't on site, boys, you did it. This is the job. It's not a job. This is exactly what needed to happen. Sprinkler went off, give them the situation. Everybody walks around like this for the weekend. And it's awesome,
Absolutely.
right?
It is.
Like
Like,
that's
I
what
did
it's
that.
about.
I saved those lives. I saved that structure.
I've never heard
Absolutely.
about. I've never heard about if one of my systems ever went off. I mean, I don't know. Put a lot of
Well,
sprinkler heads in.
hopefully it did. Like, I mean, oof.
Well, I don't know if there was ever a fire in a building that I
Right?
sprinkled. I
Yeah,
should say,
there.
right?
I know what you meant. Yeah, that's
I-
better.
I said it a little bit wrong. Yo, Brad, we could meet up for dinner. I think we're gonna try to do like some kind of meet and greet down there. You guys, we'll keep you guys posted.
I think as far as like inspections wise, I think
What's up,
I
George?
think 5 years is notorious, like a quick skip.
Yeah.
I believe inspectors just like open the faceplate. All right, it's good. Take some pictures, pull some pictures from some old 5 years, and then call it good. Like, it's very common, and I say that because I've seen it.
It's almost more work to fake an inspection like that.
Well,
Like
I mean,
I've seen some
yeah.
where I've seen some inspections where the guy had to do more work to fake it than it would have to actually do the job properly.
That's
And
probably the
it's-
most important
it's
one, no?
incredible. The 5-year
it is
internal?
because
Yeah,
oh,
that's
for
the most
sure,
important
it's
one.
very important, very important. Outside of flow and
Ooh.
actual water,
Come on, because
flow and
Let's
water, I would say,
let's
because
get an opinion thing in the comments right now. What do you think? I think only because a sprinkler system works, but it's part and parcel with an entire operating system. I would say the most important thing would be, I mean, not to shoot myself in the foot here, but the fire alarm testing system has to work. But if it doesn't tell anybody that it's working, number one, you're going to get substantially more property damage, but nobody's going to get out of the building. So the sprinkler is going to work because it was installed properly. You're testing it properly. But I would say, as far as preventative maintenance, your alarm testing and verifying that when the sprinkler does what it's supposed to do, it tells you that it's done what it's supposed to do.
I agree. That sounds great. I'm not an
it's
inspector, so I
extremely
kind of
important
I was
for
presenting
sure.
that as a question. Bradley just had a building. It hasn't had a 5 years since 2012. That scares me, dude. Could just be like plugged up. Sometimes these guys take the end caps off and it's just like completely filled all the way up.
Yeah.
And even like ice plugs, like that's a huge one. And you're supposed to
Yeah.
check ice plugs every 6
That's
months.
I thought it was an annual thing, but yeah, you might be right with the 6 months things. Yeah.
Ice plugs? Hold on. Hit me with that again.
Ice plugs, I believe it's not quarterly, but it's
Yeah, I think
semi-annual.
quarterly.
So
You're
every
checking.
6 months.
What are you checking?
Are you
So
checking
this is
NFPA link right now? Or are you using the
no, I just been
excellent NFPA link?
I am doing I'm doing me. I'm doing me,
Ah.
baby.
So what? In a dry system, you're opening it looking for ice plugs?
So typically, yeah, it's a dry system, and you're in. Usually, it's in like a heated room, right? You'll have about 3 dry systems or pre-action systems, and then your large main, typically large main
All right.
goes up, and we're at 90s is where you take it off.
You
So
going right on the link, Chris?
I'm going on link right now, but before I actually open up the link, I want to say that he's right, but I believe that's for freezers only. I don't think that's for all dry systems.
Yeah, freezer.
No. It's only
it's
for
for
freezers.
freezers.
Ice
Yeah, okay.
plugs for freezers. Yes,
okay.
that's correct. Yeah.
Like,
Let
damn,
me
how the hell do I
search.
have never heard of this?
So it
Typically, when
goes into
something
a
has an ice
freezer,
plug, it usually breaks.
right. So at 90s and then 90s on the inside of that freezer, it'll 90 again.
Huh.
Oh, or you can have a piece that's, I think it's 12 inches, minimum 12 inches.
Oh,
That's correct.
Chandler and everybody over at Cabral just finished that underground leak. How does that happen?
Whoa.
Underground
Did
leaks?
you see that?
So they got called in. It was like it was caving in the parking lot, a big hole. Like cousin it was down there,
Was
and
it 4-inch piping?
it had like a baseball
6 or
size
8.
hole in it.
Yeah, it was
It's
huge.
probably like 6 or 8. Yeah.
Flooded the parking lot.
But like, so how? I think that was like a pinhole leak from day one, like the whole time, and just increasingly gets bigger to the point where I think it just lets
It
go.
bust?
All of a sudden, there's a baseball size hole. I don't get it.
Erosion around the pinhole just lets go.
Just one hole.
Absolutely love underground leaks. I love doing underground.
You do?
You want
Why?
to get me out of the office? It's for underground.
Oh, it's so dirty.
What,
I
did
love
you get to play in the
underground.
dirt?
Just
Like
see
what
them
is
down
it?
there. It's muddy,
Sorry. I like underground in the winter.
dangerous.
Why?
It's, you know what? Being in the hole on an underground leak in the winter is the warmest place on the site. You don't have the wind. It's usually, you're working, so you're staying warm, but you're not. We do a fair amount of underground leaks, and I love them.
Let me ask you this: is that classified as a confined space in the hole?
Depends on how deep you are, and depends. So I do a lot of refinery work. So yeah, if they can get their slope for
nice slope.
I think it's 1-to-1. I think it's like a 1 foot to 1 foot.
Right up.
Slope it right
Chandler
up, it's not
and them
considered
probably could have used a little bit of shoring. I wasn't gonna put you guys on blast, but
You just did.
I probably wouldn't have went down there without shoring.
On a live show. No big deal. I wasn't gonna do it, but I guess I'll do it now.
Well, when they were tagging me in the videos,
Yeah, underground leaks
sketchy,
are fun. It's done properly, done safely. The underground leaks that I'm doing aren't in a parking garage. They're in the middle of a field in a refinery, like, along a roadway or something like that, right?
So what's the cause of them?
So the underground leaks that I've been doing a lot of lately is HDP, the fused plastic, or HDP plastic. Just from what I understand, if you don't do that weld, the fuse, in a sealed environment, it's really, really tough to get 100% seal on it. So just over time, expansion, contraction, stuff like that can cause it to separate. And I've done, oh boy, I've done a fair amount of them in the past. I mean, a fair amount of them probably is my numbers probably low compared to some people, but the HDPE, we've probably done 6 or 7 repairs in the past 4
leaking
years.
at the flange weld?
Oh yeah, if it was leaking, no, it's like it's blowing out.
But
Like
always at the flange weld, all 6 of yours?
Yeah, they've all been at a welded flange or
see,
a welded connection.
The one that they did was in the middle of just in the middle of a pipe, baseball size hole.
Pipe.
I've had one. It was on a piece of ductile. This is probably going back 10 years ago, and it was a piece of ductile, and it worked out really good for us because all we had to do was put a like a coupling on it, and it broke. Just a nice clean. It almost looked like somebody dug it up, cut it with a still saw, cut it with like a chop saw, and then buried it again. Nobody did that, but that's what it looked like. So we dug it up, we cut a piece out, like we just cut a foot out and then like took it out, did an inspection to make sure there wasn't something going on there. We put that same piece back in with 2 repair couplings, slid them back over and bolted them up.
Boom.
It was the weirdest thing. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
I don't
a little bit of like freeze thaw and shift it a little bit and
ground shifts and the ductile just breaks.
Yep.
Crazy. Yeah, they were getting it in. It's muddy down there.
It is.
Underground in the winter's way better.
The comments are going crazy.
So for the last couple of days, we've been talking about this, and I wanted to bring it up, especially with you, since we cover Exposed together now.
Yeah.
You know, and we're doing interviews, and what we're doing is getting footage of the expo and all the new products for the people who cannot go to the expo. And I've talked to several people, and as well as the companies, and I told them like the issue is the reason why they're not using the new stuff is because they don't know about it. But like the marketing industry wise is not great.
Dude, the thing with,
you might get a brochure.
Yeah, the thing with what we're doing is like it's been 20 minutes already. It feels like we've been talking for 30 seconds. When you can get a new product that's been released and you can talk about it for an hour, you can talk about it for an hour and a half, or even you can talk about it for 20 minutes. Typically right now in the fire protection industry, a lot of the advertising is done in magazines, online, stuff like that,
in
videos
person.
And stuff like that. Yeah. Well, not even in person, because a lot of fitters and guys like that aren't going to trade shows.
That's what I mean. A lot of their marketing is like big parties and big dinners and big functions and stuff.
I would say more of it is in the magazines. Like, I don't know if the guys in the field don't even know that these magazines exist, but like things like in Canada, it's the CASA Notes and the NFSA magazine and AFSA's magazine, like Sprinkler.
Yeah, we don't get that.
Yeah, exactly. So I get them all because I subscribe to them all because I'm a huge loser. But you know what I mean? You have access to all these things, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
I got so many magazines, the NFPA magazine, but you get these new products that are released in written, an advertisement, a 1-page advertisement. How much information can you put on 1 page versus how much information can I give you by talking to you about a product?
Video for 3 minutes.
3 pages in 30 seconds you could do.
That's right.
Oh. Yeah, that's crazy. So, so anybody that's watching, obviously I always tell you guys to subscribe to us, but if you go over to the Fire Sprinkler podcast, also on YouTube, and give him a subscription, I mean, I'm sure you guys know, but if you don't know, he's also a podcaster, and just check him out. Subscribe to both.
He's the original gangster, man. He's the OG. He's the GOAT of all this.
That's crazy, man. I don't know what to say. It's really awkward when people say stuff like that. Thank you.
I mean, to us, you're like our hero. You know,
you've been doing this a long time.
Nobody should ever look up to me for anything. I tell my kids that all the time. Listen, you're gonna want to be like Billy's dad.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Oh, I love that so much.
Oh, that's hilarious.
In a dry system, I did the annual trip, and when I opened the faceplate, it was full of what looked like diarrhea.
That's nice. That's really cool.
Service guys loaded it up to find a leak in the attic. Huh. Okay.
So
that's all that sediment.
Someone found a dead raccoon in a dry valve.
No way. That's wild.
Check valve or a dry valve, what? Brad? A dead raccoon?
So I've pulled gloves and stuff out.
Yeah, gloves.
I've pulled gloves out. I know exactly where that raccoon came from. I could tell you right now, because this is where I've pulled gloves and garbage bags and stuff like that out of alarm valves. So what happens is they're, the city or whoever's doing the underground down the street is leaving the end caps uncovered. They're putting that underground in. The raccoon's sitting in there sleeping. They pick up the pipe, they put it in, they bolt it up, and that raccoon just goes for a hell of a ride.
Yeah, and he ends up in your system.
Right? That's right. Yep. That's how I got gloves and garbage bags. Is they put garbage bags on the end of the at the end of the underground when they redid the underground main out front of the theater. We were doing our annual trip test of a dry system. Garbage bag sucked into the dry valve, couldn't get it to reset. Took the faceplate off, garbage bag in there.
Oh my god!
I've seen, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen this. It's not good, guys. So. Have y'all heard on the dry system?
I pulled a spoon out of a valve once. Actually, yeah, that's probably the weirdest thing I've pulled out is a spoon. Yeah.
I've seen several.
What was the underground guy doing with that spoon?
The company I work for, there was this one fitter that would put ice bags in the dry valves. He had trouble resetting dry valves. So you just go buy ice bags, throw it in there
for the weight,
fill it up with air. Huh? Yeah, really? For the weight, but he would leave the plastic in there.
That is so awful.
Oh, so that guy's a criminal. Yeah. That guy's a fucking idiot.
He's a criminal. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you got little toilet paper? Put a little toilet paper around her. If you have to, in a pinch.
As long as you're using RV, as long as you're using RV toilet paper.
Oh, get out of here! It's got to be Downy double ply, right around the seat.
Double ply.
Don't do that.
Allegedly,
these are not good
things
ideas.
That we're talking about,
one
guys,
time.
Do not
yeah, these are not
on a Friday ideas. When it won't reset and like it's all right, just like one time.
Leave it wet. Leave it
I've
wet.
done ice. I've done ice. I have done ice, but I did not put the plastic bag in there.
I can honestly say I've never done ice. I've never done anything like that. In a pinch, if I can't get a dry valve to set up, I'll leave it wet. You won't have the alarms, but you'll have fire protection, and that's what I tell the customer.
If it's not the middle of winter, though.
For sure. Yes, agree. Yeah, if I can't get a dry valve to set up,
but then if it's the middle of the winter, you're gonna do some Downy.
No, I've honestly never put anything like that into a valve before. I haven't. I can't see the comments.
Newspaper.
Right now,
I was told by a newspaper. Never take the chance.
Just don't put shit in your valves.
Don't put anything in there. Right?
Yeah.
Gosh.
I mean, so when I was an apprentice, my foreman was pretty sketchy, and he still is. Like, even later, I mean, even if he's watching, like, hey,
name him.
Like,
name him.
No, I can't. But even when I was leading the inspections group, and he was still a service guy, and I caught him like cleaning the heads that he was supposed to change out with solvent instead of changing them out. I lit him up, and then
we just had we just went to do a sprinkler change out, and actually, so we were contracted to do 25 sprinklers that got painted during the facility had a fire. They replaced a bunch of sprinkler, did some renovations. Another sprinkler contractor did it. Didn't like that the guy told him that all of the sprinklers in his facility got painted. So he had us come in and said, hey, these 25 got painted. They got to be replaced. It's a small industry. The thing in Ontario is telefax, telephone, telefitter. Those are the three, back when I was an apprentice, those were the ways that you get secrets out, right? Telefax, telephone, telefitter. So he called us and was like, hey, just so you know, every sprinkler in that building has been painted, and I know he's cleaned them. So you may go there and look from the ground and say, hey, yeah, they look clean, but they're painted. So we just said right in our contract, we said, based off visual inspection from the floor, up close inspection to be, when the 25 that we had contracted to replace are replaced, we're going to do a close up visual inspection. And then we were like, okay, we're done. Once we got up there, got the lift up, went up into the air, you could see that they were all clearly painted. You could see the paint around the seat. You could see the paint in the letters on the top of the deflector.
You cannot get it off the seat. I mean, it's buried too much.
It doesn't matter. You can't even try to get it off the seat. There's nobody in the comments. Again, I can't see the comments, but you cannot get the paint off of a sprinkler.
As an inspector,
do not try to get the paint off a sprinkler.
As an inspector, you shine your light really fast. You look for reflection, right? Because if it's been clean, there's no reflection. At that point, it's matte for the most part. And then also you look for the seat.
Yeah.
Those are the two first things you look at.
Me and Bobby
don't look
were
at the
talking
arm,
about this
don't look
the
at the
other day.
reflector.
We were talking about this the other day. What were we talking about? What is the definition of the wording in NFPA 25 is detrimental to the operation of the system or the sprinkler.
Right.
So what determines that? What if it's a little bit on the reflection
whose
liability?
Whose liability?
It
whose
is
liability?
I believe it's the inspectors.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
If it does not work, it's
my
the inspector's
liability. Is there anything on the sprinkler? If it's on the frame arms, I'm saying replace it. Why? Because if it's on the frame arms, it's on the seat, it's on the deflector. If it's on the deflector, that can impact the spray pattern of the sprinkler, which means I have a 12-foot spray pattern or a 14 or a 16 or an 18 or a 20 if it's extended coverage. You put a little bit of paint on that deflector, you're not getting 20 feet in a certain direction, right? So
So
to me,
find
it ain't worth it.
You can find it in 25, 5.2.1.1.1.
And I don't know.
Yeah, 52111.
Any sprinkler that shows signs of any of the following shall be replaced. And they added number 6, paint other than that applied from the sprinkler manufacturer that's detrimental to the sprinkler performance.
I'm still here. I got to reset my camera, I think.
He left us.
Yeah, this happened last time. Twice. I figured with the new studio, you'd get it together, Chris.
Oh, I love it. Oh, we got something from
I
Paul.
told you, Bobby. I was like, watch him go dark twice.
He just wanted us to see his sick logo that he's got. Did you paint that, Chris? I don't think he can hear us.
No.
Is that paint or is that a sticker? I think I already asked you this.
I tried to paint it, and
no,
I did a shit job. So that's a sticker. Yeah, that's a sticker.
Holy shit.
I've got another 4-foot fire sprinkler podcast sticker if you want it.
That's a big Larry sticker, huh? So what'd you try to stencil it? Did you get a stencil?
I have. Do you remember like those? Do you remember those old school, like when they'd have the clear paper
projector
with the writing? Yeah. So I bought one of those online about. This was probably 10 years ago. It comes up as a Facebook message. I'll tag you guys in it. But in my basement of a house a couple of years ago, I painted an old Grinnell Duraspeed sprinkler on my wall in the living room. It wasn't
like that.
She said
he came home and she's like, "What is that?"
No, she dared me to do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was that like an I dare you? Like
she was like, yeah, do it.
Oh wow.
Okay.
How long did that stay on the wall?
Until we moved.
Holy shit.
Really?
A year and a half. Yeah.
Dude, she's rad. That's awesome.
All right, so Paul's got a problem.
Awesome.
Paul's got a problem.
Let's hear the problem.
He's got a leak on 6-inch ductile. The pressure drops over 6 to 8 hours. The booster pump can't keep up. Fire pump cranks up, churns for 20 minutes, repeats every day. My best fix I came up with is to charge the system with air, then water. The air migrates to the leak and buys time because the air compresses and buys 2 days for the customer.
Is it underground?
Is it underground?
Is it like, I'm assuming if it's ductile,
I have
it's
a difficult fire pump leak problem. Yeah, but so this is Paul, the mountain man, and he works in coal mines.
Sweet.
So he came on the show. He was telling us how he's got like.
I saw that. I didn't see the episode yet, but I saw that he was on there. And I was like, man, I gotta see that.
He said it's like a 1500 psi line that goes like 2,000 feet under the ground, and they put water on the coal, and he's got heads down there or sprinklers down there. Sorry, don't call them heads.
Don't call them, you sons of bitch. So there's a product that is available and it's super expensive. So you can find subcontractors if you're looking for underground leaks. It's called Mueller's Ecologics. Yeah, Mueller Ecologics. And it is the best way to describe it is you put a node. I've seen it used once. I paid a guy to come out for an underground leak for a facility that I service. And they put like a node on a hydrant here and a node on a PIV, and it sends like a signal through the thing and listens, and it'll tell you how much linear feet it is to the sound. So the guy put it on a hydrant, put it on another hydrant, and said, okay, 130 feet from this hydrant is the underground leak, and then 75 feet from this hydrant is the other is you know what I mean? That's where they're meeting, and that's where the underground leak is. And he uses sound to do it, and it worked phenomenal. And it was like, I was like, I paid this guy like $1,000, which I would have paid him for. He was there for 15 minutes and he found an underground leak that I had been chasing for a week.
Oh wow, that is pretty cool. So
he says like underground leaks, you can't, like the ground's wet. Okay, dig here. Well, it's actually 20 feet that way or 40 feet that way. It's just following the path of least resistance and is pooling and coming up here, right? So this guy came in and was like, yeah, it's right here. And I'm like right here. And he's like, plus minus a foot.
Damn.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna put a mark on the ground.
Wow.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
That is pretty close.
You take into account how deep your hydrant is, like how deep your underground goes down out to the underground main, and then it was ridiculous.
It's 8 feet underground beneath a warehouse.
Ooh, so the concrete makes it a little bit harder. But I would give that a try. Mueller Ecologics, and it's super expensive if you're gonna buy it. But I mean, I was talking to a buddy of mine about it. He ended up going and buying it, and he did consulting like just with this product for like 6 months and paid it off in like 2.
That is so awesome.
Wow.
This guy found
25 grand US.
Snakes in a dry valve. 25 grand?
Yeah, 25 grand US.
Yeah, you might want to sub that one out.
Yeah. What, the snakes in the dry valve or the sub out? I think if
I will sub both out.
That is
snakes in an underground. Yeah.
Dude. In the dry valve, I don't understand that. Where'd they come from? Why is there snakes? Where are you from? That's like a Florida. That sounds like a Florida fucking thing.
Isn't there a movie with Samuel L. Jackson?
Snakes on a
plane. That's snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a valve. We're gonna make a remake.
Dry valve.
I'm gonna make a parody on Instagram about that tomorrow.
Do you guys use these things, Bobby?
No, but everybody. So the one flood video that I posted and it went viral, I got like 1 million views. There's like 100 comments, people telling me to use that thing.
Yeah, sure off tester. So this is the kind of thing that I'm going to be like, once this is 100% up and set up, these are the kind of things that I'm going to be able to play with in here.
Yeah, that's sick. So I've heard a lot. I've seen them. I understand the concept. It's great. I like to just wiggle the head out,
Yeah. Does it feel heavy? Boom.
Can you wiggle it? Is it squirting? Is it bubbly?
Yeah.
But then I went to the van for like 6 minutes and my partner pulled the head when I wasn't there, so I couldn't really stop that. But what are you gonna do? Was
it awesome for you?
It got me 1.1 million views on Instagram.
So it was awesome.
I got super wet. Cause I instantly. Well, my first thought when I walked in, I heard the horns and strobes.
Not because you're into that sort of thing, though.
Right.
Like not.
Right.
So the horns and strobes, right? Those go off. I'm like, no way. And I run in, and you hear the noise. You can see the body language, and so I immediately go valve hunting. And I'm in the basement of a fucking hospital, bro. There's like, I don't know. There's a lot of valves. And I shot a few of them, and nothing happened. So then I'm like, all right, well, we're going slam valve, baby. And that slam valve wasn't going in.
Not with a piss poor attitude like that.
Fire pump, full spool, dude. I was there. I had it close. I was everything. That thing was not going in. It wasn't going in.
It's because you didn't have your camera on. That's why.
I should have filmed it.
Yeah, if you had your camera on, you could probably get it on there.
Everyone was trying to tell me that I needed.
Everybody's watching me. The world's
people were telling me that you got to have a special nipple on the slam valve. Listen, I've carried a slam valve for all these years, thinking it was going to save me, and it fucking failed me. It's a false sense of hope.
Brass. That's why I go brass. It's
brass?
Easier to feed.
Yeah.
You cross thread it.
I don't know.
You just cross thread it. If you're doing it, like you got
it. Don't matter.
Nah,
you gotta get it in there.
I guess at that point it don't matter. But
there was a few people that had a good idea where they say if you get a piece of Galvy 1/2 inch and then you take a piece of light wall copper 1/2 inch and you beat it into the 1/2 inch Galvy and you let the plain end copper stick out a little teeny bit past the threads, you get that copper into the RC and it helps you hold your place. But bro, that fire pump was fucking screaming. I don't know. I've never felt any pressure like that. I'd be very surprised
Wow.
if someone could have got it in. Well, there was several of us that tried.
So blowout Bobby had a blowout, but it wasn't you that did it, right?
Yeah, I mean the eyes were on me because I was kind of like the guy in charge, but luckily we had the best laborers in the city, so they like these dudes immediately spill kits. They're blocking doors with the
Got right on it.
what's that dust you put down when there's an oil spill?
That's professionals.
Sawdust?
Like dry. It's like kitty litter almost.
Absorb all.
It's
Yeah.
like absorb something.
Dude, they all
Yeah.
just go
Yeah.
grab a bag of that and they just start like tracing it. And they just like make, they shut off the doors, they put all these things, and then they just 200-gallon buggies. They just kept catching it while we were trying to fucking, shut it off.
Wow, good for them.
Ran for a couple minutes. There was good floor drains in that area.
Studs.
Was it in a
Wow.
basement? Oh, you're lucky it was in a basement.
It was in a
not like the
basement, yeah.
6th floor.
No, man.
Now, of course, you keep spare clothes, right? I mean, that's kind of like a fitter thing. Like you always have that.
I did have spare clothes, but I
in the
wore
bag.
my wet. It was like a captain going down with his ship. Like I wasn't gonna change out of that outfit.
I don't. No, you don't. I don't bring spare clothes.
I have spare
I'm not on the
clothes, but
tools as much anymore. No.
I had to.
no.
I wore
I
that.
That's like
always,
put,
when I was in the field for sure.
buddy,
What,
that's
you're
like putting the
changing?
tools. That's like putting the
Nah.
tools away before the water's on. It's
Oh,
like
I,
a jinx.
I do that. I do that. That's my favorite thing
You
to do.
do? Oh, you son
Dude,
of a.
I load the whole
put
van
the-
before I even call for the fill. I love it.
No, that's bad luck.
No, it's
man.
good luck. It's good luck. It's good luck. I think the opposite.
For only you. I
You
think
leave the
everybody
tools
else
out.
in
You
the
leave the
entire
tools out. You're
world-
expecting a leak. I don't expect no leaks. There's no leaks. I'm putting my tools away, kid. I already know.
I didn't put any leaks on the drawing. I don't know why guys are installing them.
Exactly.
Why are you putting it in wrong?
I always I
also
load up
wanted to bring
everything. I'm
this up too.
gonna document
So
it from now on.
The lack of new people joining the industry, and there's also on like private companies. Like I know I don't think you're union. So if you do union,
We're
you
union. We're union.
okay. So if you do
Yeah.
union, you have apprenticeships.
Yes, sir.
So private companies are not doing the apprenticeships because in their eyes they're putting all this money, effort, training, time, labor hours into training someone who's just on leave.
Well, they
And
might
then
not leave.
Non-competes do not really work.
They
know?
don't.
They
No,
don't
so
hold up
especially like in
on
the
court
union,
and-
non-completes don't. They're not worth the paper they're written on.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, what? Yeah.
It's more of a scare tactic, but for like court, they don't hold up.
In Massachusetts, every apprentice is a registered apprentice, and they need to be doing schooling, or you can't be a sprinkler fitter in Massachusetts.
Same with Ontario.
Doesn't matter if
That's the
you're
same
union or
in
not,
Ontario.
not union or non-union.
Right. But on the unions, you have a bench, and that bench is usually full, waiting for guys to go into the union. But these private companies are like, no, we're
No, the
not
bench,
gonna
the
do
bench is union guys.
apprenticeship,
The bench
right?
is union guys that people are laying off.
Yeah, that's a big.
That
That's
right?
a that's
Okay,
that's
so
one
I
of the.
misunderstood that.
Yeah, that's
So,
one of the
Can
no,
we
big
clarify that?
things.
The bench is
the
like
big-
if I were to get laid off today, I'd be considered on the bench until
Bobby,
someone
you
were
get
to
laid
pick me
off
up.
today. You come to Canada tomorrow.
Thank you, appreciate
I
that.
got work. I got work for you, pal.
Is there another bay in that garage? I could set up a bunk bed in my camera.
You can come down to my office. I'm gonna wake you up though. I start early.
Dude, I don't think anybody's faster than Bobby. So he'll call me
That's
and
what
say,
his
all right,
wife
let me
says.
go knock out these heads and move this arm over and this. And he'll call me in like an hour. I'm like, I thought you said you were going to call me when you're done. He's like, yeah, I'm done.
Done.
I'm like, what?
Bang it out, kid. Done.
No
Yeah.
freaking way.
Don't take 8 to get paid for 8.
I pride myself on being pretty quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't
So,
be
now
saying
that
blow
we
up
have
Bobby. None of yous.
Now tell me about this is how I run my jobs. And in my I don't want to say that. Let's say a lot of companies do not like this.
6 months in running.
A lot
work,
of companies do not like this. I believe so. I will quote my job for this many hours. Let's say it's a 4-day job, right?
Okay.
And I tell the guys, this is a ad relocate job for 4 days. Hey, you get this done today to this part, like here to here, go home. Tuesday, you get here to here, go home.
Yeah.
Wednesday, you get here to here, go home.
I'm big on
Are
that.
you guys-
That's how I do it.
Are you guys busy?
Yeah, they are busy. They are busy.
Ah.
Oh, you're talking about wanting to go call and then go home. That's not how I do my jobs. And then
No,
also,
would-
if an inspection is 8 hours, but you get done in 4, go home, get your 8. That's how I view it.
So
They say a lot of people say that's stealing time. You're
Mm.
stealing time from the company and this and this.
Is the company getting 8? So what if I'm on T&M? What if I'm on T&M and the super signs an 8-hour slip and it's noontime? Company's getting 8.
In that situation, and that I've been in that situation before. And
so now should I call and ask for another job to go to and make them 12 hours within my 8?
Well, so that's different.
Should we both take our 8?
If you do that, you're the last guy to get laid off for sure.
You're never going to be on that bench.
You're never looking for work. Yeah,
right.
You're never looking for work.
That is true.
Because you're looking out for
my
both,
time
right?
and material.
Yeah, if you're looking out for both people.
But if it's a contract job, I'll do that trick on a contract job, Bri, on like a Friday. Be like, listen, if you guys get everything done up to this point, we're leaving. And then, but you got to make it like, both ends have to. You got to give them like some distance to go. You got to make these guys work for it,
Oh yeah.
And you know they're going to, and they're all just going to crush it. You've never seen them work that hard in their life, and then bam.
You definitely have to put it out of their reach.
Yes. Damn, and you can see the guys. You can see the eager guys that they start looking, and they're fucking counting hangers, and they're ready. Right. They're like, "Oh, we got this. We'll be out of here by noon." Like,
I had a general contractor.
When I tell them that, it's usually like 6 hours. Like they're there for 6 hours. Yeah.
When I had a GC when I was an apprentice, we were doing a big chain store, big chain store, and it was Christmas Eve, and Christmas Eve's not a holiday in our union, so we were there. It was me and my brother working. We were the only guys on the site that showed up. So we're sitting there. The GC's in his trailer, and he comes out, and every 10-15 minutes he's like popping out, and he sees that we're the only guys there. And then he takes off for 20 minutes, and then he comes back, and then he's like, "Boys, come into the office." So he calls us out into the trailer, and we're like, "Fuck, like, what did we do?" Like, there's nobody else on site, so we're kind of hanging and banging. We're just kind of smashing stuff out, not really a care in the world. And he's like, "Come into my office, sit down right there." And we sit across the desk from him, and he's like, "All right, guys, really appreciate you guys coming in." Opens up his desk drawer, pulls out a bottle of whiskey, puts it on the table, a couple cups, pours us each a shot, the three of us, and he's like, "I want to get the fuck out of here." All right. We're going to have a drink. We're going to say Merry Christmas. You guys are going to pack up the tools. You're going to go to your job box. You're going to get a timesheet. I'm going to sign an extra for the rest of the day. You guys are going home. Like, yeah, right on.
That's happened
Family
before.
business. So I never saw that, but that's like, if a guy's putting in the work and he's getting the job done within what the expectations, I have no problem with it. Yeah. Other companies and other people within certain companies don't see it that way. But the problem is that if you do that, does it also go the other way? Do you pay a guy less if he's not producing?
I see that.
Right.
Well, he's different at that point. He would be more of a liability.
That's right. Like, but I mean, if you say to the guy, "Hey,
getting things wrong,
I paid you 8 hours for when you worked 4 a week ago, and now I'm paying you 16 2 days to do a job that I only bid for a day. Like, are you going to give me those hours back, or how does that conversation go?" That's where it gets weird.
At that point, it's my fault.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
it's contrary to what a lot of people think. It's not always the
what you're saying,
fault, right? It's not always the office's fault.
You can mismeasure. Right? They measure off the beam wrong, and then bam, the whole main goes up the whole day in the wrong spot, and they got to redo it. Nobody talks about
projects. I pop in. Hey, what's going on?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. And you absolutely should. But the problem is it's not always the office's problem, right? Like in this whole office versus the field mentality that happens in this industry,
I hate that.
Absolutely crazy. It drives me absolutely nuts. I've seen it both ways, right? And I like to joke around with my guys and say, "Hey guys, it shouldn't take you this long. It only took me this long to draw it." You know what I mean? The pipes, the 8-inch ain't that heavy when I'm drawing it on my computer. Why is it taking you so long to put it in?
Yeah. Or that attic. Hey, it's not that hard to hang heads in the attic.
Right. And
not on a ladder.
Thank goodness I've got guys that work for us that remember me as an apprentice and know that I've done probably shittier jobs than I've ever asked my guys to do.
That's big, I think. That's big, is like proving yourself to whoever.
It's the respect.
And I'll still
respect.
like, it's a quick conversation. If I get onto site and, one of the older boys, they're like, hey, that, just so you know, if you want to start talking shit about like, fuck, he doesn't even know how it goes in. Like, hey, he was my apprentice and he knows how it goes in.
Yeah.
Right. And the other thing to think about, if I decide to put the tool belt back on, you may be out of a job.
Yeah.
Right.
Come and show them up, strap those tools on, show them how it's done, big dog.
Well,
what I like about my guys,
I'm taking a spot, right? I'm taking a spot.
Right. My guys called me. It's like, hey, it's going bad. I need you down here. Like,
sure. And I got no problem with that. I got no problem.
I love that.
I got no problem.
I'm there to handle it.
That's a good call. They're being honest.
Absolutely. I was like, I'm down there because I'm gonna be, when I get there, I'm gonna be 1,000% on their side.
You guys ever seen a clapper blow out from guys testing against it? That's so bad with their warp in the dry valve.
Dry valves, yeah. I've seen them not blow out, but I've seen them bend.
They bend.
It's and then such a small bend that unless you take the clapper out and put it on like a machined surface, you won't see it. But you will not get I have actually sent a clapper back to a manufacturer, and then they came back with, did you test against it? And I was like, no. Did you?
Did you?
Did you
keep that baby open?
Right? Like I had nothing else to say. I had nothing else to know. Did you test against it?
Yeah, keep that baby open. Local ep73 is Ontario, Canada.
Yes, sir.
I've seen green guys 6 months in running work for non-union outfits. That's what I did.
That's dangerous.
That's what I did. I was, you know,
they give trucks out, man.
I was in a truck. I was in a truck in a year. I tell this story. I was so green one time. I was going around. My father was the boss when I started. So we'll start with that. So we were doing all the sick shit, doing the pump rooms and doing all the hydro testing and like basically cleanups. And then
is that how it worked with you? Like with your dad, like running the company? That is not the way it worked for me.
That's it. And I yeah.
Well, if you're non-union, it doesn't matter, man.
Oh, pops made me do so my first job was tunnels. We were dragging 21s a 6-inch through tunnels. I did that for like 4 months. That was my first job. It was awful. But then I had the shit job. I got to do like the sick boss shit as like the new guy. And so then we had to do 2 jobs in one day. So I got sent, we were doing all these hydro tests. And then I got sent to go do one by myself, and all I had was an air compressor. And so I called Dad. I'm like, yo, the compressor won't go to 200. I don't know what you want me to do. He's like, what? I said, I can't get the compressor to go to 200. He's like, compressor's not supposed to go to 200. I'm like, well, we always test every day to 200, don't we? He goes, with water. I'm like, he's like, how much pressure you got on? I'm like, it's kind of stopped at like about 160. He's like, drain the fucking air off of it right now. So, that's what happens when you put new guys running work.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the only person to blame is like the person who.
That's it. I'm like, you sent me with the compressor.
Yeah.
All that I knew how to do was hydro testing. The compressor's smoking.
So non-union guys, I think you should have. What do you think for a truck? Of course, it's it's what you learn. It's case by case, but I think 2 years. Like you got to be an apprentice for 2 years.
No.
In a truck?
Non-union guys.
No. It doesn't matter if you're union or non-union. Like you don't.
It does.
You still need a license. You still need. I think you should have a license.
No.
Do you think the non-union? Do you think the non-union guys learn faster?
Yep.
No, what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
So why would you give them a truck? Why do they have a truck?
I think they're exposed. I think they're exposed to so much faster.
On the guideline, because it's
no way.
You'll get a guy in 8 months, in a year, or in 6 months, get a truck.
Every non-union guy you talk to is running work within a year, and then all the union guys have to wait that like 4 or 5 years. So it's like, if you get shoved into running work early, it is a liability. But if you have to do it earlier, you learn how to do it. I don't know.
I'm not saying I wish everybody had an apprenticeship like the union, 4 years. I wish it was
5 years.
Like
you guys got 5 years up there, Chris?
Or 4.
4? So is it 8,000 hours?
Yeah. Yep.
And you get your ticket?
Yep.
And then you get paid the full journeyman rate?
Total pop, buddy.
Oh yeah, so they make you do
what is it now? Any 853 guys in the chat, I think it's $48 on the check an hour.
Woo. Yeah, they make you do a fifth. They make you do a 5th year in the unions in the down here.
It used to be 5 for us, and I think I'm positive it's 4. I think
you get your license after 8,000, but you can't get the full dollar amount until the 5th year.
Oh yeah, okay. So what is kind of annoying for us is it also for the pay also goes by the year. So we've got a lot of work going on right now where guys are getting overtime. So I've got guys that are working 50, 60 hours a week, and I've got guys that are just blowing through their apprenticeship. Good, competent guys. They can't get their pay raise. They've got their hours, but they can't get that pay raise until they got their time in. And that's, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, we should go directly by the hours.
Yeah.
That truck is an incentive.
I was in a truck and running inspections solo in 1 year.
Oh, that makes sense.
That scares me.
The truck's the incentive to get the union apprentices to go non-union. They're offered trucks immediately.
So now the Georgia state law has changed. Now you have to have 2 years of experience and a level 2 NICET in your pocket. That's time and pass tests in order for you to get a state license. There's no more waiver. Before they would give waivers, check this out, in 6 months.
You can get a waiver and do sprinklers alone?
You can get a level 1 and in 6 months you can get a waiver. So technically, per how it's written, is that you had to be under supervision of a level 3, but that never really happened.
NICET's not a thing here in Canada. In Ontario, anyways. NICET's not a thing in Ontario. There's a lot of places in the U.S. it's not. Yeah, so we're like, it's a Red Seal trade. So it's a compulsory certification, Red Seal trade. In Ontario, 70% on that exam is a pass. But in other provinces, you can be a sprinkler fitter, but not be a Red Seal endorsed sprinkler. Red Seal endorsed means you're interprovincial. That means you can go anywhere in Canada and do sprinkler fitting. That means you've passed slightly higher. I think
like
somebody in the chat's going to correct me.
That's like Don.
Yeah. So if you didn't get 70%, if you got 60 or 68 or something like that, 60% might be a pass, or it might even be 50 in other like Vancouver or something like that. I don't know that off the top of my head right now, but 70% is a pass in Ontario for Red Seal endorsed, but that's also to get your license. So in Ontario, every sprinkler fitter that gets their license is a Red Seal endorsed sprinkler fitter, meaning that they can go anywhere in Ontario or anywhere in Canada and install sprinkler.
That's
a license that, you know,
it like gives you letters nationwide.
Yeah, it gets you. Yeah, and a lot of places in the States, when they see that Red Seal endorsed, they think it's, you know,
we'll take you. Yeah, we want a Red Seal endorsed.
Yeah, and it gets me 3 letters behind my name. I'm Chris Logan, RSE.
That's cool. Oh, okay. Red Seal
endorsed.
Red Seal endorsed. RSE.
Yeah. So any A5 or any sprinkler fitter in Ontario can technically they can legally sign their name Jimmy John RSE.
Jimmy John. Bobby and I had in common. My pops owned the company. How I got in the trade, he beat the shit out of me. My pops was just like the outside super of it. But that company went out of business. They were doing a little bit of some funny things towards the end there. Yo, Daryl, what up?
Yeah, so my father, he was at a company, but I was starting, and then he said, you got to go and earn your stripes somewhere else. You can't come in as Todd's son.
Damn.
You got to go over here. Now, he set me up with an apprentice that used to work for him that he trusted. I mean, a foreman. But he's like, nope, you got to go over there first.
My grandfather and my dad started the business that I still work in, and I did my entire apprenticeship under my brothers and under a guy who was the only guy at the time when I got in that wasn't family. And I mean, we call him Uncle Al because my grandfather, he was a laborer actually. And my grandfather pulled him out of a pit and was like, hey, you're coming to work with me now.
I love that
just story. Because he liked the way he worked.
That's awesome.
That's how people get into this trade. That's how people get into this trade.
Yeah. I got a picture of my grandfather. I'm going to try to find it right now without not staring at the screen.
I think one of the most, I mean, besides working with my father and seeing all his tricks and him actually teaching me because he wanted to teach me, one of the most valuable things was sitting in the passenger seat listening to the phone calls. I think because it taught me that you shouldn't just be calling the boss for anything and everything. Like the boss is a hotline for important things, and you can tell because his phone's ringing all day, and you could tell when he got important calls, and then how he would act after and deal with problems, and then when he got stupid calls, you know. And so I was able to learn about good calls and stupid calls.
Yeah, it's in the chat on Zoom. I just posted the picture of my grandfather.
In the meeting.
Oh wow!
How do you do
that's
that?
incredible.
Yeah, so that's from 1960, and that's my grandfather.
What do I do? Oh, all right.
Go to
Boom.
messages.
Did it work?
What? No, I don't think it's on there. I don't know. Or you shared it to
I don't
the
know.
group?
So here, let me share my screen here. How do I do that?
I don't know. It says
9:57.
Oh,
You want to
you
keep
disabled it.
going?
Talk
boom.
sprinkler for a little while longer. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends if people find
You
this
good with that,
interesting. I
Bobby?
don't know.
What are you saying, Bry?
No, I'm saying keeping the show going
Yeah,
past
fuck
an
it, run
hour.
it, kid. I'll run it all night. Usually you force me.
Do it.
Usually it's Sarah. Sarah's gonna come in here with the chancleta and beat your ass, bro.
No,
Huh?
I'll talk to her.
She's
I'll
gonna
talk to
be
her.
knocking any
No, that's
minute.
good.
I'm waiting to see her get up
She
right in that little crack.
she
She's
doesn't
gonna
go
get
to
up.
bed without me. She's like, hey, it's bedtime. It's
I know.
bedtime,
I
baby.
know.
Go and get in
Aw,
bed.
what's she gonna do when we go to Orlando?
Oh, dude.
You're
Well,
gonna be
several
knocking on
times she
Bobby's
said, I'm
door.
coming.
Yeah, she keeps on
She's
trying
like,
to
I'm
say she's
coming with you.
coming.
I'm coming with you. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, no, you're not.
No, it's where. Well, like,
Dude,
I
we're
really don't. I
working the
really don't think
whole
we'll have time for
time.
them.
We never do.
I don't know.
Like, we
What do you think?
work.
What do you think, Chris? Well, you said you were gonna make a family trip of it, but that was gonna be like after or
I was
before.
trying. I was trying to.
Right.
I was trying to,
But
but
like, what would you're not gonna be spend? You're gonna be spending zero time with them during conference days.
oh, not the conference days. No, 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 no,
Right.
no. I was gonna do after.
After. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll probably be flying in, flying out for this trip as well. I got a couple buddies down in Orlando, like down in that area. So actually, one of them just moved out. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be hanging out for a day or so after, but I doubt it.
Are you flying in
So-
Wednesday?
I don't even actually, to be honest with you, I don't even know what the dates are.
You got to be at
I,
You got to be at Universal Studios at 7 p.m. on Wednesday for the opener.
But I don't think anything
It's like
happens on
7 to
Thursday.
11 on Wednesdays, like the opener, whatever that means.
The conference like opener?
No, it's like I don't know. It's like I don't know. The opening ceremony I think is at Universal Studios
Oh, cool.
on Wednesday.
Yeah,
and then
we've been told by a lot of people that
Thursday's
it's
a bunch of
it's
seminars and a bunch
blast.
of I think they're going to talk about 420 and they're
your
going to
camera,
talk
Chris.
about
Yeah, that's
855
me.
and they're going to talk about 241. I might want to sit in some of those seminars, but I don't think the expo starts
So
till
Thursday's
Friday.
just seminar.
Yeah, and the expo doesn't start till like Friday
Right.
evening, right? 3 or something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
And we took your advice. Now that people know who we are, we took your advice and we set up interviews times.
yeah.
Did you? Nice.
But so one
That's
of the
good.
issues that we were hearing is that we might not be able to get in like before it's
Early?
open. Because we didn't go to NFPA on the first day. We kind of NFPA was quick for us. So will we be able to even be in the expo area before they do the big opening?
Yeah, I
Like,
wasn't allowed
during-
in the
during-
expo before they opened it either.
Like during setup time and everything. But then they kick
Yeah.
all the vendors out and let us all walk back in together at like the grand opening on Friday.
So I wasn't able to be
Even
in the
with a press
venue.
pass?
No. But I got an awesome shot of them opening the doors for the first time and everybody coming into the NFPA conference. So
Oh, it was good that you were in there then, right? Boom.
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll say you're not allowed to, but I mean,
We got to be
We'll
in there.
figure it
We
out.
got to be in there getting good quality videos with good audio before everyone's in there screaming in their excitement. And you're screwing
Don't
up-
worry, I'll
screwing
bring a
up the
clipboard
comps.
and a hazard, high vis vest. We'll get in there.
I'm bringing.
dude,
I'm
I got
gonna do a
I got
fanny
into-
pack.
Yeah.
oh dude,
Oh, yeah,
it's
for
the
sure.
best.
Fanny pack.
That was yeah, I have one slung on my actually that was the one thing I forgot when I went to NFPAs. I usually rocked fanny pack on at the conferences just with like small camera batteries and stuff
so
like
much
that.
shit. Like my pockets were loaded, bro. We
Yeah.
were like at
went
the
to a
casino. I had
bar,
a
and the guy
tripod.
was
I
like,
had
you
fucking.
gotta. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had to get strips. We
The
had to get.
bouncer was like, you gotta empty your pockets. He's
Wa-
like, all of it?
Yeah, we
He's
had to
all of it. He's
wand
like,
and empty our pockets. I had like microphones, cameras, a tripod. I'm pulling out. He's like,
What?
damn, bro, what are you doing in here? I'm like, I
Where'd
don't
you
even-
pull that tripod for? Why is it sticky?
He's like, bro, you want me to put your tripod under my kiosk? I'm like, no, I'm keeping this tripod with me, bro. I might need to film something.
That's like a weapon.
It must not
Yeah.
be book club night for Sarah, or Brian would be running out.
Well, book club night, they drink some wine. So, I'm calm in a great mood.
4-year
So
apprenticeship
I
have to
haven't-
get 70% to pass.
70, yeah. Is that somebody from Ontario?
That is, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I think so. Daryl's up in Canada A. I'm not sure exactly which
Okay.
part of it.
It's a big It's a big country.
Chris, is that one of your shirts you're wearing? Yes, it is. You can get that on
Yes, sir.
firesprinklerpodcast.com.
Can you hear that? Sorry, that's loud. I just went to the YouTube so I could see some of the comments, and it started playing on
Amy
the TV.
Hicks. Amy Hicks. She's a big fan. You know her?
I do. She reached out recently. Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah, she reached out yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah, she's great. She listens to us, listens to you.
Yeah.
Big
I mean,
supporter.
it's awesome. I'm super happy that you guys are doing this because it gives me somebody to listen to in the truck. Right. Like, and that's it. Right. Like you can learn stuff with the way technology is now. There's always an opportunity to learn. Right. And that's what I absolutely love. Right.
And we talk about so much stuff.
Like even talking to Paul, like that was when we were talking about how the episode goes by in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
also, I meant to text you guys, but I forgot to. If you guys don't mind sending me over a list of topics that you guys want to talk about tonight.
Oh, well, what? Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I want to talk about. Well, let's tell us about 855.
855, 853.
855. NFPA 855.
855. Which one's that?
Ooh.
Get there faster.
Stump the boss.
855.
855. Is that the new hanging?
No, that's 200.
That's 9.
That's 200. NFPA 200 is going to be the new hanging one. 855's lithium battery storage.
Lithium batteries. Okay, no, dude. Yeah. So I have people way smarter than me on to talk about this.
Yeah, no, I know. I've listened to those ones twice,
yeah.
dude, because that like just so
blew my mind.
I want that to like take off. I want to put special systems above these Teslas that are charging in these garages and shit. Let's do it. Spray them with foam.
I mean, there's nothing really out that's going to say anything like that, but I think parking garages is going to be the big thing that's going to change. And I think it's going to get to a point, because how do you retrofit a parking garage that originally started either as a pipe scheduled system or ordinary has a group 1 or group 2, I think. And then you say all of a sudden now you have an extra hazard group 2 or a, design it as a group A plastics ESFR system just for the water load that you need. What they're going to say is you got to park your stuff outside, or you got to park your stuff in this specific area. And then this specific area is your high hazard electric car charging facility.
And if they've already paid big dollars to put their charging station in the basement of a garage.
Yeah.
Right? Are they going to move it, or are they going to add, I think you just add a nice like ChemGuard system. Huh? As
long as they find a suppression system, like it's easy to say, like, yeah, let's throw a ChemGuard system in there. But if ChemGuard, because I guarantee you, when lithium ion became the hazard that it is today, when it started being noticed, everybody tested their products against it. Every manufacturer from Mist Systems to Novec, somebody would be like, I've got it. I've got it. I can do it. I can do it right now. It's not there. Right. Like that's the thing, is that nobody has been able to successfully come up with a solution for this. Right. So that's why it's like,
well, except for reliable, right? Reliable.
Well, that's for the,
that's just for storage
and manufacturing. Yeah.
Right. That's not for car and vehicle.
That's right.
Because even that, the battery's underneath, so you just be spraying the roof of the car with foam and water, and it's burning from the bottom and the interior. So you almost need some.
You almost need, and I'm sure it's been thought of before, but you almost need like an airport, like the for the the surrounding for the helipads, where they come out of the drains.
Right.
Vikings got them, but you know what I mean? Those foam systems, the foam nozzles that come up from the ground. Something like that, right? You park your car directly over top of it.
So then on Thursday, I might want to sit in this seminar, because they're going to be talking about 855 in one of the seminars on Thursday, I believe.
Oh, at AFSA.
Yeah, at AFSA.
It's one of the, honestly, like the seminars and the courses and stuff like that are phenomenal. They're like one of the main reasons. Like, I wish I could go to more of them at NFPA, because NFPA puts on like banger presentations, right? Like, and I wish I could schedule my time better to be like, I actually can't talk to you at that time because I'm going to listen to the NFPA 420 conference with this guy, and I'm going to watch the NFPA 25 update course with this guy, and I want to take this course. And there's
Might have
tons of
to
things
do
that I
that.
want to do.
I think we're gonna do that. So on Thursday when there's no
Are you going to
expo
go
going.
to the apprentice competition?
So I've been trying to work out something with like next year. All of the unions, including Boston, is coming to Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is about 2 hours away. And they have like a union apprenticeship competition, right? And I've been trying to, I won't say weasel my way in, but I keep trying to like, hey, let me come and let me record it and let me get some footage and stuff like that. But I've been having I'll say it now. I've been having a heck of a time getting the union to do anything with any of my podcast.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
been trying.
behind it.
They're
and
old
support
school.
it. You
They're
would
all old.
imagine.
It's all old school. It's it's probably a bunch of older gentlemen, and they're like
Yeah.
not tech savvy. They don't want anything to do with YouTube or any of this.
I get some of it. They don't want what they think is trade secrets to be getting out.
My God.
But
some of these poor bastards are getting no secrets at all.
Nothing's a trade secret.
Nothing.
No.
For real. For real.
The pipe goes up.
The hangers
coupling,
go in. The
right?
pipes go in it. Boom.
Do you put your couplings on a certain way because you're union? No. Right?
No.
Like
nuts down.
Oh, well, the union says nuts up. You son of a.
Do they?
Whatever. No, I don't. I don't. And I'm a very like I'm a union guy. I'm a third generation 853 sprinkler fitter, right? Like I'm a union guy.
Yeah.
Right. Like my grandfather was an 853 sprinkler fitter. My dad, my uncles, my brothers, my kids are fucked. They're going to be sprinkler fitters. They got no choice.
I think they're going to be great.
Actually, he's 11 years old. I was just going around to check out a couple job sites. I brought my 11-year-old, bought him a pair of work boots and a pair of jeans. And you're not sitting on the iPad today, kid. You're coming with me.
Good for you. That's awesome. I got my kid on the job one day. It's like he still talks about it.
Oh yeah.
I had my boys on the job too. Yeah.
You got to. Sneak them in when you can, if you can. It's tough.
Yep.
It's tough in today's world with safety.
They think it's so cool, because like, oh, this is what dad does. Oh man, this is awesome.
I got him a kid hard hat. I got him ANSI safety glasses, child safety vest, boots, and we took him on the job. I had him take some pictures.
That's awesome.
So my kid wasn't doing any
You got a fourth generation. You got some fourth generation sprinkler fitters on your hand.
Yeah. Saying at the camera, but
that's awesome.
New pair of boots, and then that was after we left the site. He had his safety glasses.
That's awesome. He got all the shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
He felt so cool. I can remember doing that as a kid with my father.
I went to a service call when I was a kid, and I remember my old man waking me up and just be like, "Hey, you want to come to work?" And I was like, I had no idea what's going on because I was sleeping. And we went to it was a Canadian Tire, which is like a almost like a Walmart kind of, only for car parts. So the people it was a theft. They broke in, they cut a hole in the roof, and they swung in on the sprinkler pipe into a mezzanine. But they grabbed onto the sprinkler pipe and broke a sprinkler off. So automatically, the fire trucks start rolling because they got a water flow, and the fire trucks show up to these guys running through a field with a safe full of Canadian Tire money, which doesn't sound like a lot of value, but 10 grand's 10 grand, right? If it's 10 grand in Canadian Tire money, you can go to any Canadian Tire and spend that money, right? So they give you like whatever it is, 1% of your purchase in change comes back as Canadian Tire money. And when I was a kid, my old man just be like, take this Canadian Tire money. I don't want it. Whatever. Any Canadians watching are like, I have so much Canadian Tire money in my junk drawer.
I don't get it.
Nobody else knows.
I'm a little bit lost.
Was it like coins?
It's like a rewards plan. Like
for buying tires?
No, for buying anything. You can buy tools there. You can buy
but it's called tire money?
It's called Canadian Tire. It's Canadian Tire's just the name of the store. God, this is such a hard thing to explain to a bunch of Americans.
It's like an AutoZone.
America, baby.
It's like AutoZone.
We don't get nothing for free.
You can buy tools. You can buy TVs and shit like that now.
Oh, wow.
You get the rewards.
Canadian fucking Tire.
Yeah, the rewards, like the reward system that they give you instead of swiping your card and getting a point is a Canadian Tire dollar.
Daryl's laughing.
Yeah, because we just saw her walk in the background there. She's searching for you. She's like a shark. She's circling.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh
no. She said sorry. I text her. I was like, please open the door. I'm like
I'm
dying.
The crock pot, baby. We gotta get you a little
Bro.
fan, dude.
I need something.
Do you got pants on right now?
No. No
Don't
way.
have to show us, man. You don't have to show us.
Oh,
I
that's my
believe you.
favorite. I'll
Trust
send
me,
you
I
some
believe you.
Canadian Tire money. Bro, what? You guys are weird up there, man. I just found out you guys don't use the same dollars as us.
You
You
just
know?
found out that
I did.
like
When was that I found that out, Bri? I think he found it out too. Like you guys have Canadian
on.
No,
money.
no, I
that's
knew.
not that can't
No,
be
you
true.
didn't. You were with me.
That can't
No,
be true.
I knew.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm like,
Like
oh yeah.
you thought other countries used US dollars?
You guys are like little America up there.
That's
Come on.
like,
You're like
okay,
our
we might
you're like our little sister up there.
That's great,
They're
man.
just,
We're, so
like,
we're
nicer,
fighting when we
you
go
know?
to we're gonna fight when we go to Orlando. That's cool.
That's fine.
Pack a lunch.
I got my security though. You got to get through him first.
That's no problem.
That's
Sorry, I said that. Sorry, I said that fast. Ooh.
shit.
So what are you? What are we gonna do? You're a kickboxer, right?
Oh Jesus.
I did a little bit of MMA.
I think him and
boxing.
Chad are doing a push-up
we-
competition. You want to get in on that?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Can we
Not
just
even-
do a straight boxing? It's been a
Straight
while since I
boxing?
threw a
Oh
kick.
my god.
That's cool.
You guys are crazy.
I
I'll
boxed, like,
record it.
last week.
I'm gonna grab his fancy camera and I'm gonna record it. Oh,
I
you
can do this.
Oh my god.
We can do this.
From hockey?
Dude.
It actually was from hockey.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh shit. Do you pop that out before you fight somebody?
I don't fight anymore, man. I'm fighting obesity. That's the only thing I'm fighting now.
I haven't fought, let's see, I guess in 3 months. Yeah, was the last time I fought. But that was at a nightclub. Now you did some bouncing too, right?
No. I fought like I did.
He's sizing you up.
I did. Yeah, he is. Eh? Yeah.
He did
He
the
can
same.
size me up. You
he
want to
did
see
this-
me get fist bumped? You
He
can go
did
to
the same thing to
YouTube.
Chad when Chad brought up push-ups. He's like, how many
No.
you doing? How many you do every day?
Let's do this.
How many you
Dude,
do?
I'm extremely competitive. Like, I'm just,
I get it. Yeah, I fought people
Yeah.
for fun.
I
Like,
fucking
yeah.
yeah,
love
I know. Like when I get punched, I smile. It's like
I sent you a picture
No,
on
you
IG.
don't.
You
Nobody
guys are,
likes getting punched in the
you
face.
guys
Like,
are all
there's
sending me
listen.
stuff on IG. Let me see. Oh, Amy's at the top. Canadian
I-
Tire. Oh, it's different colors, bro?
Yes, all of our money is different. I don't have any cash on
It's
me.
worth cents?
damn.
So you can, yeah, if you spend big money, you can get $1 back in change though.
Oh my god.
You get a piece of
Those are
paper. You
rare.
get a piece of paper that's worth 50 cents?
Yeah.
You guys
What do you get when you
guys
go
are
to
so
like?
weird. We
What
get
do you don't get any rewards? Like,
We get
you don't use
coins.
it-
50 cents comes in coins, not
No,
bills,
I know
bro.
that. I know that.
We got
I'm not-
pennies
it's not
and
real
nickels
money.
and dimes and quarters, you know?
Yeah, we get toonies, loonies,
We got what?
What?
toonies,
You're fucking
toonies.
lying.
That's $2.
Nuh-uh.
Like, come
Is that
on,
what they call that?
get fucked. Like you don't
Toonies.
know. What
I would have believed that. I don't know anything about you guys up there. You could whatever you say, I'm gonna believe. So
Come on.
tread
No,
lightly.
like that's the
Toonies
thing.
and
It's a
loonies.
toonie. It's a toonie. That's a $2. We don't have $2 bills. We have a toonie. That's $2. We have a loony, which is like not a $1 bill. I fucking hate having $1 bills. So you get a loony. That's a $1 coin.
And a toonie is a
$1
$2 coin?
Yeah. And
Alright,
then
so we-
$5
Do
bills,
you
$10
carry a
bills.
change purse?
No.
You carry a change purse?
So what happened in America is that
Like
the $2 bills were all collected and they were being used at the strip clubs because it really were getting the strippers going. So they
Yeah.
confiscated all the $2 bills. So we don't have any of
Yeah.
that no more.
So that's the one of the things that the Canadians here can. I'm sure everybody in the chats are probably blowing up a little a magical event called the Toonie Dive at the strip clubs, which is, boy,
You got some friends in here.
yeah, some guys
So,
talking about Toonie
I'm
Dives
cr-
in there.
I'm crying right now.
Here's
This
about-
is just perfect.
Here's about our $2 bill. So you're supposed to get a $2 bill. You can go and request one at the bank and say, "Hey, I want a $2 bill."
And
They'll give you one. But the whole idea is for you not to request one. So typically, like some people will hold let's say this is a wallet, they'll hold their $2 bill in the wallet, and then when they like meet someone that's incredible or whatever, you give them the $2 bill and you tell them to pass it on to someone else one day.
Oh, so you guys
And
just
then it's just like-
tip people for being people $2 in America? That's cool.
Essentially, yeah.
If you get a
I mean, I
$2
don't have a
bill in
$2
America, you take it and you put it in like an encyclopedia in the middle and you close the book so you can save it, keep it flat. That's you do.
Do
$2.
either of you two have an encyclopedia?
I do have
not.
one encyclopedia that I got from my
Yeah,
parents' house.
okay.
It's got a couple $2
Alright.
bills in it.
I
Yeah.
got an iPhone. I had my parents buy like an encyclopedia like set from a door-to-door salesperson one time. I don't know why.
Encyclopedia
No,
Britannica.
my mother was the encyclopedia lady. She had, I don't know if
She had
maybe
them,
she still got them, bro. If you started
but
talking,
that's also
that was
before
Google back in the
computers.
day. That was like Google.
Yeah.
She would open that thing and find the answer. I don't know. Just now I'm just Googling everything. Hell with
Got to
making
be
it
old.
rain. Hailstorm, what? Do you chuck
Yeah.
a loony at strippers?
No, you guys are being silly. It's a toonie dive. You put the toonie in your mouth and they pick it up.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh.
that's a New York guy asking that. He doesn't know.
Hey,
Oh,
don't get
well.
too close to
Oh,
them.
here comes
You can't
Canada.
trust them.
Canada, not Canada. California enters the chat. Yo, what's up with Trudeau?
I don't know, man.
For
Man,
real.
like so fucked up.
It's Joey B's little stepsister.
I don't give a fuck. I don't. I really
No, you
don't care
roll it.
about. I don't care
Oh,
about
you
government
roll
stuff.
it. What do you
You can't.
roll? We got one
Hey.
guy holding down Twitch all alone. Oh no, Chandler's in there.
Oh,
Crooked's the new guy. He hit us up. He was like the first one ever to hit us up on the Discord, which we actually got 10 new Discord people from Tuesday's episode when I told people that they were sleeping on it. So thanks for joining that. But so Crooked Eye 19 High, it's a funny name. He hit us up on the Discord in the sign up for the show section, which no one's used yet, and he said, "How do I sign up for the show?" And Steve from New York told him that he had to send a ball pic, and that's how you get on. and he said, well, well, at least that's what they made me do. And like that was from this morning.
That was just Brian.
That was
That was
from
just
this
Brian.
morning. That was from this
hey,
morning.
send it
So
to
like,
Bobby. He's
so-
the one that's getting
so-
the requests. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that may. Oh, Steve's here.
I'm not opening up any pictures sent to
No
me now.
more. No more ball pics, Steve. I'm just
All of a
waiting for
sudden-
the okay. It's ready to go.
Brian's phone's gonna vibrate off the table.
Oh, geez. Can you imagine my wife seeing that?
Oh,
Like, what is
shit.
with
What
this,
is
Brian?
that?
Like,
Oh,
you
don't
tell us
worry.
this when
Maybe
you get
I'll start a
married.
podcast on Sprinkler. Oh,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Is this how I get these? Are you even getting paid for this? Is this like OnlyFans?
So good.
Mind your business.
So shit. I love it. Ugh. Only a ball pick. Bobby worked me over to get on. Okay. It's fucking crazy. So it gets a little rowdy and rambunctious, I think, after an hour. That's what happens.
Yeah.
What's the
Guys,
longest you guys have gone for?
now?
It's pretty close.
Oh.
I think like an hour and 20.
Cool.
Probably one of our last episodes. You always got the longest episodes, dog.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But it goes so fast, man. We're just hanging out.
That's it.
Yeah, like I said,
But
like at
you-
10 o'clock, I was like, hey, we never actually like said, hey, this is what we're gonna talk about. We were just like, do you want to come on the episode tonight? And I'm like, yeah, all right,
That's
that's
it.
cool.
And we just get talking, man. We pick
Ends
up right
up
where we
being
left
better
off
that
every
way.
time.
But sometimes, like after an hour, like in the very beginning, we didn't have a set time. And
Brian turns into a pumpkin.
After an hour, it just like it got weird. It got like slow and kind of choppy.
Yeah,
and,
you
like,
can
I
tell
don't
when
know
it
what
starts
to
falling
say.
off, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, once you get doing this for long enough, and at 70 episodes, like you guys know when the conversations.
We
Run
lost
its
we
course.
lost an
Yeah.
episode there for a little bit. That might have been my fault, but we fixed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We had two episodes like 63. So then whatever happened. We're on episode 73 now. I went back and I fixed them all. You're all right.
that was probably Brian, right? Like with the math.
Oh yeah. with the
Oh,
math
bring
and-
it back to the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Oh, man.
There'll be 5 of us.
All
What?
6 of us
Who
in that
else
hotel.
is coming?
So Brian, do you have an inspection ticket?
Inspection. I have a license. I have a state license.
State
with the
license.
state of Georgia.
Inspection
Yeah.
ticket. I got pulled over the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Doing
For your road
inspections.
rage?
No, dude, I was doing 37 and a 30, and this guy was in his fucking hiding behind a telephone pole with his little thingy. He was wicked cool once he seen the
Got you
mustache.
for 7?
He was wicked cool once he seen the stash, but I was like, 7 miles an hour, bro? Is there fucking school? Like, what's good? It was like,
You should have seen me an hour earlier. It was like,
yeah, like, and I seen him too. Like, I seen him, and I didn't like jam my brakes on because I'm like, I didn't think that I was speeding, you know. And then he just like did like that casual step out, just pointing me over. Verbal warning. What are you gonna do? You know, 37 and a 30. I try not to speed.
Is that even worth going to court over?
I obey. No, what? Well, if he wrote me a ticket, I'm fucking going to court. Yeah, but a verbal warning is cool. That's why you gotta have the stash. The cops love it. And the smile on the license. I think I said. I think I told that on Instagram. Maybe it was
How
Snapchat.
do you have a smile in your driver's license?
Every time I get my driver's license picture, I smile like I'm fucking happier than a pig in shit. And then when I get pulled over and they look at it, they fucking smile because I'm smiling so big, opposed to like taking a fucking mugshot like I'm getting my.
You're not
license.
allowed to. They don't let you smile on our driver's license over here.
Well, you got to fucking 1, 2, 3, and then just pop it in there.
Well, they'll retake it.
Okay. Just slip it in, huh?
Hey, Bobby, can you take off your T-shirt? No. That's on my OnlyFans. You got to sign up for that.
Yeah. Blue collar
Bobby. I started seeing the post popped up on my Instagram when you announced it, and I was like, this dude's like shirtless, saying that I'm coming on. Like I didn't actually watch the whole thing, but I was like, what kind of like show is he expecting?
I'm trying to like,
be?
you know, people are just skipping through all this. If I do 55 stories in one day, people are skipping, but you take the shirt off, they're like, whoa, what's going on? And then they'll go back and actually watch it, I think. You know?
All right, that's
and that's me chilling. That's like that's when I get home at work after a long day work and I roll in at like 3:30 from a long day's work. I hang out with my shirt off.
I get it.
Right, Bri?
Cool. I get sunburned, so I don't do that. But
in your house?
Yeah, dude, I get sunburned if I leave the lights on.
Watching Blippi with the kid?
Whoa,
Blippi.
Yeah, you watch Blippi
How
up
old
there?
are your kids?
My kid, 9. 9 and 11.
Oh, so they're
check this out.
way
I have
past
a high
Blippi.
school kid.
My
oldest
Jesus, how old are you? What are you, a dinosaur? How old are you?
No, bro, I'm 32. 31.
Started
young. You have a kid in high school?
Started young.
Yeah.
Like, is it yours?
Why do you think I started fitting pipes so early, bro?
Is it yours?
Is it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, high school. What's high school?
Like
12, 13?
No, I was
14.
Conceived. It was 16.
No, I'm saying high school age is 13, right? 12. How old's the kid?
He's 14.
14.
He'll be driving this year.
Yeah,
what grade? 15. Yeah.
What grade?
What are you doing down in Georgia? You can't drive till you're 16.
I had him at I guess it was junior, junior year.
I don't know what that means. We don't do.
So the third year of high school.
11th grade.
Yeah.
11th grade. How many grades you got up in Canada?
12.
12. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you call 12? What do you call 12th grade? You don't call that senior?
Just call it 12th grade.
What about 11th?
You're in grade 12. We call it grade 11.
You don't call it junior?
No, the only ones that don't have numbers as names is like senior kindergarten and junior kindergarten, which is.
What about college?
Y'all
do freshman, sophomore, junior,
pre-K and kindergarten.
First year, second year, third year.
Oh,
college.
You guys are weird up there,
No, we make it pretty easy. I hate it because I got a lot of American buddies that are like, yeah, my kid's a sophomore, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool, man. Like almost there. And they're
how
like,
the fuck do I say that, Florencio?
Do you wish y'all had guns like American?
No.
Chris,
never came up.
Chris, what's up with smooth Crimex? Cremu.
Sound it out.
Cremu.
I think he tried.
I'm trying, bro.
It's
CREMEUX, and it's got a little above the E.
Like it's Latin?
Yo, Chris, what's up with the
French?
smooth Cremor?
I have no idea.
It's got to be some fucking Canada thing,
It's got to be French.
Yeah, it has to be French.
French Canadian.
I don't know.
You guys are all French up there?
No. The only French I know is, and I hope there's somebody French that understands what I'm saying is, bonjour, je m'appelle Chris. Tu es belle, mon amour.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Michel.
I don't know what you said. I know bonjour. My name is Chris. You're beautiful, my love.
For the Canadian, is Molson,
I like that.
Molson Brador still a thing? Haven't had it in easily 20 years.
I'm a big OV guy.
Canadian peanut butter,
Is it different stuff?
I don't know. I've only ever had peanut butter in Canada.
Is the Canadian peanut? What's the Canadian peanut butter called? What's the brand called? Cremex? Cremel?
Oh, yeah. They're just looking at the French word for creamy. Yeah. Okay. That checks out. All right. Boy, the best jokes are the kind you have to explain, huh?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Cremol. I'm not French.
So
you
how
know?
does the French thing work over there? So is there certain province that are like only speak French, and then you
Certain
have
province singular.
So there's only
like,
one that's for
yeah.
French.
Yeah, it's Quebec.
But it's large, right?
I mean, not compared to the rest of Canada. If there's any French people from Quebec, it's the best province. But no, it's
You're being nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get pretty bent out of shape.
Quebec. Well, they you see the Quebec
sensitive,
plates
huh?
down here in Boston, and they don't know how to drive, bro. What are you guys doing up there? Do you guys have driving school?
It's a fucking French, man.
So if you're
the whole of the
do you
world.
have 3 lanes on the highway?
What?
On your
Yeah,
you have like highways?
Yeah, we have fucking highways, man. Like, what are you doing right now?
Is
Yeah,
the,
we have
is
highways.
The, is the left lane the
actually,
fast
we don't. We all ride our fucking dog sleds. And
Yeah.
we have to put wheels on them in the summer.
Oh,
My
shit.
service truck is actually just a couple. Is like
It's a horse and buggy.
I got
Listen,
a
all right,
service call. I better
so-
get 4 dogs. hooked
So the
up.
left lane is the fast lane?
Yeah.
Is that a thing up in Canada or
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So when like someone's on your ass in the left lane, you move over and let them by?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
they
like a
don't,
courtesy
they
thing.
come
That's
down
not
here.
like a U.S. thing. That's like
Yeah.
a fucking courtesy
Well,
thing.
they come down they come down here and they don't do that.
That's Quebec.
Bastards.
That's
You see,
That's why he was. That's why he said that they're the best.
They're the
They're-
best.
Right.
they're the
In
best.
Atlanta,
Quebec is so
if the
cool.
person in front of you doesn't move
They're
out of your
great.
way, I think you shoot at them. Is that what you can do down in Atlanta or something?
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
I think I've heard that. Yeah.
that's
You
right.
shoot-
So be
shoot them.
careful. You can get shot at. So please move over.
if you do some crazy driving stuff down in Atlanta, they'll just shoot at you. So be careful.
No,
Noted.
that's 1,000% true. And also, quick tip for everybody coming to Atlanta: hide your valuables.
Write
or
that
any
down.
bag. If you have a bag of any kind, hide
Drugs?
I
Or
have a
your
tip. If
window
you're
will be
gonna go
broken.
to Atlanta, come to Boston. Right? Don't have to hide your shit.
If
Well,
you're gonna
see,
go to
what's-
Atlanta, don't.
Don't.
What's funny about that is I was talking to Bobby, and I was like, "So is it like this in Boston? You gotta hide your stuff and everything." And I
There's
think
camera
we were
again. Hold on,
talking
2
about
seconds.
that. I was telling him, "Hey, we gotta hide our stuff. So if you
In
rent a
certain
car,
neighborhoods.
then bring a blanket." And majority of Atlanta,
Like if you
majority,
go and you
you're
park your
inside
car
of
on
the
Methadone
perimeter.
Mile, you're probably gonna get broken into, or like
But
usually
other than
tourist
that, on Boston,
destination?
you're pretty
Methadone
good,
Mile.
right?
Yeah, check it out. It's really good. It's over in the it's great. It's a great place. That's where all the homeless live.
Cool. When we were me
Nice
and my wife
talk.
were driving our children at age 4 and 3, it's 3 and 2. They were young. We were driving them down to Florida, and we were doing the overnight drive from Canada to Florida, the pilgrimage, as we call it. And we stopped in Georgia somewhere because my kid at like 2 a.m. had to take a piss. So I thinking it's a police station. They're nice people. Go to a police station. We're like, hey, my kid's got to go to the washroom. Like, can we use the washroom? And the cop just came to the door and said, no. And I'm like, can we just, like, my kid who's standing right next to me, like, I'm not lying about having a child. He's right here holding his junk. Can he just come in and use the washroom? I'm Canadian. Does that help? And he's like, no, we're closed. I'm like, you're in the building. Like, how does the police close? And he just said
Police
no.
department does not close.
Bam. Yeah.
Wow.
Side of the
No,
road.
I
always
Side
go
of the
to
road. You pee
hotels.
here in
I always
America.
go to like nice hotels, like Marriott's and stuff like that.
We went to like some breakfast joint, and it was sketchy as fuck.
Oh, did you go to a Waffle House?
I always go to Waffle House when I come to the States, southern states.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Waffle House, and I like to hit up the In-N-Out when I'm there
Ooh.
as well.
we haven't had it in and out yet.
That's the only thing California.
in
That's the
Vegas
only good
too.
thing in
Wanted to go.
California is In-N-Out.
That's a Vegas thing. Yeah, it's just because it's right next to the Flamingo where I stay.
Right, Florencio? That's all you guys got going for you in Canada, eh? I mean, California. See, California. We should just donate California to Canada.
Yeah, y'all can have them.
You want them?
We accept. Yeah.
Okay, fucking done. That's great. We should put up
Get on out there.
I don't want to say wall. We should put up a barrier on the east coast of Cali.
Yeah, what is with you guys and wanting to put up walls of borders? Like, we should put up a wall now that it's not ours anymore.
Well, your border is not Mexico either.
You guys aren't running it. Yeah, you guys don't have to deal with Mexico. You guys
we do.
We're not blocking you guys off. You guys can come over the border if you want in your snowmobiles.
Dog sleds. That's true.
If you go to Atlanta, go to Magic City and throw your Canadian money. How do you get 50 Canadians out of a swimming pool? Oh. How?
I don't know, but I'm really curious.
I'm waiting, Paul.
Come on.
Watch it, Bobby. The 49ers are in California, so in and out isn't the only good thing. I don't know. Sports? Bobby don't do sports.
Falcons are terrible.
Florencio says build the wall. Build that shit. Paul. Come on, Paul.
How do you get 50 Canadians out of a pool? Because I have a pool and I don't like having people over.
I'm staring at it, waiting for Paul to
Now you just recently did a pool. Didn't y'all build a pool, right?
No, we moved 2 weeks before Christmas into a house with a pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Seemed like a good idea.
I remember you were like, I'm gonna get in the pool for the first time.
2 weeks before Christmas, eh?
Fuck. Yeah.
Damn,
trying to move.
A lot of setting up.
That's awesome. Yeah, like the first thing my wife started doing is setting up a Christmas tree, and I'm like, we don't have anywhere to sleep, so maybe
we should do the beds
you just
first.
Wait on the Christmas tree first. Right?
Paul,
maybe you don't put
the anticipation's killing us, Paul. How do you get the 50 Canadians out of the swimming pool? Huh? You give him.
I don't even think he knows.
You give him a Canadian tire buck.
Say please.
You got to give him your whole life savings of your Canadian tire bucks that you have stored in your shoebox.
You know, you guys laugh, but that's literally a thing, like where you just keep it from when you're a kid. And then eventually you'll have like a stack like this big of like $4.50. And it's awesome.
What do you go get? Tires? Like tires down here. Like you go get 4 tires down here in America. It's $1,000.
Oh, I know. I usually go over to Port Huron in Michigan to get like if I need tires. Yeah, sure, like $2,000 to get tires here.
That's it.
$2,000?
Oh, it can be expensive.
Yeah, that joke let me down, Paul.
Wow, what was it?
He says you just asked him nicely.
Yeah, wow. Truth hurts. Yeah. Truth hurts sometimes.
You're supposed to be so nice.
Thank you.
Will you guys please get out of the pool? They're like, yeah, certainly, eh?
What do you mind?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, so we want to hit like on NFPA 420 or anything before we wrap this up? What do you got?
I don't know. I got nothing. There's a couple good guys from Victaulic that have a lot of stuff. I think her name's Melissa from Code Next here in Canada. She was involved with NFPA 420. She's got a lot of stuff. She does a lot of seminars and stuff like that. When it comes out, I think I'm going to do a lot more stuff with it. And I've done some stuff kind of over the past year when it built up. I think it's hilarious that they called it NFPA 420.
Love it. I love that.
That's the best subtle thing that
really
I've ever talked to Matt Klaus about.
I love it.
So did you guys know? And he's like, yeah, we knew.
That's awesome. I mean, what better would it's perfect. Great. It was an excellent choice of three digits. I think like the big problem with it is that a lot of these people are mostly doing hydro systems, and they're building these things up off the ground to allow for all their piping and whatnot, and then that space underneath now needs sprinklers.
Right. Yeah. As long as if you get some
over 18 inches, over 18 inches or something, and then like there's a whole nother, and they're putting you're gonna put 2 systems down there. So
yep.
Also a seminar at AFSA about that. We should probably sit in and listen.
Yep.
That'd be interesting.
Looking forward to it.
Sure.
I didn't think they said anything about 241, which I'm really into. But
so we've never been interviewed. We need to do your show, man. We need to get on there.
I had Bobby on. I can have both you guys on. When you guys want to come on?
Let's do it.
You guys want to just roll right into it right now? Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning into this episode of the Fire Sprinkler Podcast.
Let's do it. Hey, let's do Wednesday next week.
Jeez. Okay.
Let me check.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, Brian. Let me check our schedule, dog. Jesus.
We don't have anything on Wednesdays.
I know.
Wednesday,
We'll
my
just be
sister. I got to
like when
pick
we
up my
first started. We'll
sister.
do 3 shows in a week.
Cool.
I got to pick up my sister Wednesday from the airport.
So Friday.
She's
call her
flying
an
in
Uber,
from
bro.
England. They don't do international trips. She's flying into Detroit. She's coming from England.
Whoa.
Oh,
call her an Uber.
Okay.
Oh, you got a show to do.
I'll pick her up at the bridge.
Wait, the closest place to fly is Detroit?
For me, I always fly out of Detroit.
Oh.
From where I am, yeah, I always fly out of Detroit.
So what about let's see here.
Toronto? Monday, I have fire department training. Let's do
Weekend Warriors, kid.
Oh, I'm a busy fella the next couple of weeks.
I got my boys this weekend. So
let us know.
Yeah, we'll talk. I'll have my people call you people.
Hey, or at AFSA, we're gonna be in the same condo together. We'll just do it then.
Probably set up some stuff there. Yeah.
You do like
That'd be cool.
we could do a
collab,
like a collab show. We put it on both of our pages.
Yep.
That might be cool.
That works.
Right?
That works pretty good. I've done a couple of those. I did those with Drew.
You record it your way.
All 4 of us.
How many?
You know?
You should have held up 5. All 4 of us.
With all 4 of us.
Oh shit.
Brian starts taking his socks off.
Can you get a person on the podcast that works on cruise ships? Daryl.
Oh man, you know what? That's a thing that that is one that I actually who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I was actually talking to somebody about that the other day.
Do they put sprinklers in there? I was checking those things out. It's weird,
they do,
man. It's so weird.
Yeah, and they can't use salt water in them either because it corrodes the piping and stuff like that. So that was actually, I can't remember who I was talking to somebody about it, and I was talking about the ship, like because we're in like kind of a port town, Sarnia is, and the boats come in and they're there for the winter with the ice. They're there for getting worked on. And I'm like, well, the suppression system's in there. And I was just kind of shooting the shit with somebody. And I was like, that's a conversation that I want to have. I want to ask somebody questions about people who work on cruise ships, sprinkler systems and cruise ships, because it's a different type of sprinkler. There's a bunch of rumors going around that somebody built a yacht for somebody, like a Canadian sprinkler contractor sprinklered a yacht for some prince over in wherever, Abu Dhabi or something. And gold plated sprinklers, not gold plated. He refused the gold plated, solid gold sprinklers. One of the manufacturers made solid gold sprinklers. That's what he wanted.
I want one.
Dude.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, I want 2.
Yeah, holy shit. They're probably worth 10 grand.
I'll put it on my desk. Like that would be the coolest thing ever.
It's worth 10 grand, bro. Go trade it in for a gold plated and pocket 9K.
I bet you can trade in for some Canadian Tire money too.
Buddy, so much Canadian Tire money.
Canadian
Tire money you guys are making fun of me now, right?
No, my sister-in-law cleans grill rooms for a living, and she said every surface is covered with a coating of resin out of the air.
What?
Wow, so we're gonna have to deal with heads being covered with resin. Those damn grill rooms. NFPA cruise ship code. Dude, we're on it.
It's in there. There's I don't know if there's a separate standard for cruise ships, but it's in NFPA 13.
Guys, if y'all know anybody who's a fitter or inspector that's on the cruise ship,
tell them to call Chris of the Fire Sprinkler Podcast. Pass them first.
That's fucking good. That was a good one. Oh shit! There's got to be
not like
someone.
We're in competition.
I'm gonna go on TikTok and search for one after this. TikTok's the best place.
Now
to
it's
search
gonna be a race.
He's already looking. He's pretending he's looking for NFPA, and he's like,
"No, I am. I'm actually on NFPA link.
Cruise ship fire sprinkler companies.
Wait till I get my. Finish this setup. I'll have a camera looking over my shoulder so you can see what I'm looking at on the computer.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, is it gonna stay on or is it gonna go black every 15 minutes?
You know what? You just keep buying your little $30 microphones.
That was good. Oh shit!
Hey,
my mic stand cost more than your whole setup. This sucks.
Dude, this was $8. $8 on. You got it on Wish. Came 3 months later.
That wasn't.
Mine was not. Oh shit! Gold don't corrode. Man, that's a good saying. Gold don't. But
how do you sell that? How do you sell that? Nobody manufactures a gold sprinkler.
Gold don't reliable does, or whoever made it. You said who made it?
I think it definitely wasn't listed going over to there,
Whoa.
right? Like it was just a one-off, right?
Gold don't
Well,
corrode.
whatever.
Should sell it, Paul. Gold don't corrode.
That's incredible.
You could have this sprinkler. You got to still change it out once it's done with its end of its lifetime, but it will not corrode. It's just $17,000.
You technically have to test or replace it every 5 years in a corrosive environment. I'll replace gold sprinklers every 5 years. That'll be my only job.
They're super corroded. You got to go, man.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Boys.
I'm just gonna order fucking 17 more.
I'll do it for free.
Just love Brian. Wayne.
Thanks,
Somebody
Wayne Harris,
somebody
just love
publicly said that?
Thank you,
Oh, yeah.
guys.
Wow.
That's it.
I mean, yeah, no kidding.
Right?
Yeah.
Good dude. It's good dude,
He's
Bri.
the-
Big Bri.
He's the best. Call me after Bob.
Try to be-
Hell
Yeah. We'll talk about him.
yeah. Oh
Cool.
shit! All right, this has been a
All
good
right.
show. This is definitely
Yeah.
our longest one at almost 2 hours, hour
For
and 40
sure.
minutes.
Wow.
It's always a good time. Appreciate you coming on.
We did an hour on sprinkler, and then we just talked for an hour. So
I think
all
it was still
good.
sprinkler-esque.
Yeah,
Yeah, ish.
industry-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busting each other's balls. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, next time, if you guys don't mind just sending me like a general topic, that'll make it, and we'll talk for 7 hours.
Politics.
Yeah.
No.
Putin's new spaceship to the moon.
Not
Huh?
even if it would stop world
Controversy.
hunger. do I
Controversies,
wanna
huh?
talk. Controversies. All right.
They did just launch a spaceship to the going to the moon at like 8:20.
Who
Did you
did?
see that?
Russia, first one in 50
Russia.
years.
Yeah,
Really?
Right.
What are they up to, man? What is he up to?
That's pretty cool, man.
What are you
That's
doing
cool.
over there? It's a weird looking
See,
ship.
What
I
are
like
you really
I like
doing?
that stuff. I like that stuff. I like watching the
Cruise
launches.
ship code may be included. Won't corrode in salt air. Say what?
What will?
Cruise ship code may be included. Won't corrode in salt air. That doesn't make sense
What
to me,
about
even when I
titanium?
read it twice, Paul.
But titanium doesn't corrode, I don't think.
Neither is stainless.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Way
That's
cheaper.
true.
A little
Yeah,
heavy.
Just don't
but-
thread it. Threading stainless sucks.
Yeah.
If you gotta ever thread
Never done that
stainless, here's
before.
my little trick. If you got a 300 and it's got regular 38 RPM or whatever, it's just the slow machine. You have to bounce the pedal so the machine is literally spinning as slow as possible. You got to keep tapping the pedal. If you just go full bore, it like makes the threads like diamonds.
You had the perfect opportunity to do your advice for Atlanta right there. I got one piece of advice for anybody that's threading stainless. Don't.
Yeah, it's
Don't.
tough. It really is tough.
Anybody that visits Atlanta, I got one piece of advice for you. Come to Boston.
Yeah.
Don't go to Atlanta.
Don't go to Atlanta, kid.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Hey, always a pleasure, fellas.
Thank you. We appreciate you. We'll see you in a
Yeah.
couple. We'll see
It
you in a
gets
few
rowdy
weeks.
in Atlanta. During one of our
keeps
episodes,
it-
it was shooting guns. It was shooting outside. You know, it was shooting outside in the episode.
Brian
I
will
was like, I hear that.
It's like Brian's the guy you can't hang up on.
Did you you've had a shooting during your
We've had shootings
yeah.
during the show. He's like, "You guys
That's
hear
fine.
that? Someone's out there robbing my Jeep."
what?
No, I don't know. I'm just kidding. He gets
No.
gunshots sometimes outside. It's crazy. You know, they're just Americans out there defending themselves. You know.
That's right.
Okay.
Do it,
Right,
baby.
that's what I don't.
Second
That's what I
Amendment.
don't understand. That's what I don't understand.
Whoever's outside his house shooting does not have a gun license, guaranteed.
Okay,
guaranteed.
but
1,000%.
what kind of what kind of shit are you guys doing that makes you have to be that defensive?
Well, no one
If
can
you guys
invade
just said,
We're
if you
just
guys
trying to
said,
live, man.
I'm just saying,
trying
man.
to
If you just said
live.
please and thank you, maybe a little bit more, maybe people wouldn't try to
Yeah,
shoot you
well,
all the time and
there's
take
crime-
your shit.
There's
Hey, Bobby,
criminals out there.
Let me ask you this, Chris. Have you
There's
ever
criminals
shot
here,
an
too.
automatic weapon?
Yeah, and it was fun as
It's
hell.
so fun.
Yeah, but you
Have
know
you
what I
ever
wasn't
shot
doing?
tannerite? You
Shooting
familiar
a
with tannerite?
person.
Yeah, no, not
Oh,
shoot.
yeah.
No, you don't shoot
You know what's
people.
not cool? Shooting at people.
I've seen that in DeKalb County. Yeah. While I was
really
doing an
cool.
inspection. It was not fun. I
No.
told my office.
How
I was
much
like,
tannerite
never
did you
send me
shoot,
to
Bri?
DeKalb. I've shot a lot. I've shot
That
tons.
stuff
is
is
that?
fun. It's like
What is that?
it's like a
Tannerite's like legal
styrofoam.
bomb.
It's
an
like
explosive.
styrofoam balls ish. That's what it will look like, and it comes in like a plastic container and you shoot it and it blows up.
It looks like condensant.
It's the
It looks
best
like
day. It's the
condensant.
best day you'll ever have. You'll love it. You'll never forget it. And if you get
Boom.
if you get a tire, you put tannerite in the tire, and then you shoot the tire, and the tire will go flying up into the air.
I've done a toaster.
When you come down to America, we're gonna do it.
It's really cool, man.
Oh, actually, there's a gun
Yeah.
there's a gun range in Florida right near where we're staying. You know,
And they got automatic weapons.
indoor gun range. Rent one lane and just have at it. We'll be shooting paper targets. Don't worry, no people. No people.
All right. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. I think Brian, can you lift up your shirt and show me the bulletproof vest?
Are you what do you
I got my weighted vest on the
You don't got a
other
plate
side.
carrier, Brian?
Veronica's over there. Yes, but it has weights in it. It doesn't have like
You
it
bring
doesn't have,
Veronica all
like,
the way up to the crock pot every night?
Oh, she comes everywhere with me.
What?
We travel together.
Why don't you just
Yeah.
leave it in the Jeep? Oh, someone will steal it.
Well, it slides around. I don't think anybody will steal that. I don't think anybody who is breaking into Jeeps is gonna be like, oh, what's this black 150-pound ball? Like,
what's Veronica?
Veronica
missing
is
here?
it's my Rogue round. It's a shape of a ball, but it's 150 pounds.
He picks it up and he puts it down like over and over. That's
Like a medicine ball.
That's dope and tape security
Yeah,
right there. He's
so-
keeping me safe when we go to these shows.
So when I
People like you
started
coming after
doing,
me.
yeah, so I was like the go-to guy at the nightclub because I was the only one who was a fighter, and I would get, and in the beginning I would get winded. Like I grabbed the guy and I had him in an arm and neck choke through my legs, and then I was carrying him through the club, and then like he would like move, I would tighten up a little bit until he like loosened up, and then I carried him
Till he
down
lost
steps.
consciousness.
Yeah, I mean, and then he lost his shoe somewhere in the club, and when I dropped him, the club manager's like, put him down, and he came back, like he was like in and out, and then he came back, he's like, oh, you made me lose my shoe, you fuck. But afterwards, right, they kicked him out, and then another bouncer like walked him down the street, and the club manager was like, what happened? I was like bent over. I was like, just give me a second. Just kidding. I was dying because it was this.
That's when you bought
and
Veronica?
So I bought Veronica to help me with and Chris, you understand this, with my breathing, with my control with the breathing while I'm holding and moving and squatting and throwing a 150-pound ball. And it helped me manhandle the people and the drunk people and sometimes high people. And it helped me with my breathing.
The real story is that I weigh 155, so if something happens to me, he's well equipped to carry me wherever we gotta
No
go.
problem. I'll just grab Bobby.
Sure.
Run.
That's
We're good.
when he's gonna throw you around.
Yeah. So I do
Dope and
not
tape
do
security.
I don't do I don't do security anymore because I got married, and then my first night, because it was sold out, and they asked me to come and take care. So what I did was I would take care of the VIP. I would watch over the girls all night, and that was my job. And I was up high so I could see everything.
Yeah, sounds like a rough go.
Oh, so much fun.
Sucks,
so
man.
much
Sorry.
fun.
Sorry
It
to
was
hear
so
that.
much fun every night. It was a blast. But I hate that I don't do it anymore because I miss it. But
Those were late
my
nights.
yeah, no, it was rough. That was rough. And because I would get there at like 10 and I wouldn't get home until 3:34 a.m.
Woo!
It was tough.
And we got sprinklers at 6, so
yeah. I got up and went to work. It was terrible. Terrible. So I got dressed, to go out to the club that night, and this was like my first time while I was married, and Sarah was like, nope, you're done. Go change. You're done. Tell me you're done.
damn, shut you
Yeah.
off. I can't believe she's letting you go this long on the pod tonight.
It's true. So I can handle a guy in front of me, but I can't see or handle the 3 guys behind me,
That's very true.
So
Dope and tape security. All right,
there's
let's
a lot
wrap.
of
Let's
liability.
wrap this one.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm glad to I was the most views for a little while there. I don't know if I still am anymore. Now we're at the longest episode here.
That's
Yeah.
it. You crush
And
it.
and Brian's old lady's not gonna let him do this again. So
yeah.
this will be a record that stays forever.
This might be your last one, because
Oh, the last
she's
one
gonna
I
be
ever
mad
got
at us
invited
now.
on? Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
no
meant
more.
me.
No more. No more.
Yeah,
No.
no, she's not gonna let you anymore. She's like, you don't have that guy anymore. Oh, Dawn has got a lot of views, 238.
Oh, what am I at? What was mine at?
Jim
I think
Arco.
seven.
He's got
717.
230.
Jeez.
Let's see. Which one were you? You were on a couple times. I don't see you. Oh,
Yeah,
here we
I did
go.
like 2 or 3 right in a
Episode
row there.
41, you got 103. Episode 37, you got 157. But your first one was the. What was your first one?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
157.
It's just numbers. It's just numbers.
157. The views are going up, baby. All right, everybody, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. We're Dope and Tape. He's Chris from the Fire Sprinkler Podcast. We appreciate you guys.
Man, it was a
Thank you so
blast.
much.